Good day, everyone. Always a pleasure to be with you. This Thanksgiving weekend, by some strange coincidence, our readings focus on the theme of gratitude, found in Luke 17, the story of the 10 lepers and the one leper who returned to thank Jesus. One wonders whether the founders of the Thanksgiving tradition, both here and abroad, were not prompted by the realization that gratitude does not come easy to human nature, which comes out very clearly in the second part of the reading. The story before us is one found only in Luke's Gospel, and it is an account of these 10 outcasts living on the fringes of society with their fair skin condition, living in complete isolation. They were not supposed to get anywhere close to civilization. As Leviticus 13:46 proclaims, as long as they have the disease, they shall live apart. They must live alone. They must live outside the camp. So calling out to Jesus in Luke 17, Jesus, Master, have pity on us, must have taken a certain degree of daring and courage. Living in isolation, of course, is a common human condition, not particular to persons who suffer from skin diseases. It is the condition of ostracism, caused sometimes by feelings of guilt or shame, whether self-imposed or otherwise, or it could originate from our own circumstances. Whatever the cause, the individual or group is literally cut off from normal human intercourse and does not enjoy the communal bonds that leads to feelings of self-worth and belongingness. Think, for instance, of a drug addict. Eventually, the person loses contact with friends and family and begins to live a very isolated sort of existence. So it's not only about lepers. It could be anyone. It could be you. Being overwhelmed by feelings of shame and guilt and cutting yourself off from people. Socially speaking, these lepers were of no use to anyone but themselves. So their healing is an acknowledgement of a whole new state of existence offered to them by God. Their human scope, their understanding of themselves, has been elevated and broadened. They can now live in the truest sense of the word as authentic human beings. The story is an allegory of what sin does to us. It warps and deforms us. It steals our joy. But through forgiveness and healing, we are liberated. We can go show ourselves to the priest to acknowledge this transformation that has taken place. All well and good, but the story takes a strange twist along the way. It would have been the classic story of healing in the Bible if it had ended with the 12 following the command of Jesus to go and show themselves to the priest. But then this one individual, we are told, a Samaritan, 1/10 of the bunch, shows up again to give thanks to God, so we are told, to the amazement of Jesus. And for this, we are told he experienced a deeper level of healing. He was told, stand up, go your way, your faith has saved you. The emphasis shifts now from healing and liberation to the theme of gratitude. And I will tell you this, true gratitude is a rare thing indeed. It does not come easily to humans. The opposite of gratitude is envy and entitlement. We don't feel the need to express our gratefulness because whatever people do for us or whatever fortune falls our way is what we feel we are entitled to. Or we think that being grateful is lowering ourselves in the eyes of persons, making them feel better than we are. Gratitude, generosity, and goodwill often get subverted to feelings of resentment, envy, and entitlement. What the story reveals, additionally, is that it is not enough to feel grateful. You have to act on it. The leper leaves the confines of the temple where he went to show himself to the priest, and he goes back to Jesus. He acts on his gratefulness, and we are told that he threw himself at his feet. So my question to all of you is, how often do you feel grateful? And more importantly, how often do you express your gratitude to others? When last did you send a card? When last did you send a gift? Not only the automatic ones, the Christmas, the birthday, and the Valentine ones, but the real ones that express how you truly feel about something that someone did for you. The nurse, the friend, the neighbor, the doctor. As we experience this Thanksgiving weekend, let us have gratefulness in our hearts to Almighty God for all the blessings we have received and for the many persons who have contributed significantly to our lives. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. God bless you.